Okay, I'm trying out this live stream, guys. Let's see if I can get anybody populated in here. Live from the bedroom. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Oh, can we change backgrounds or anything? Let's see. Is there a way to do that? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna see if anybody populates up in here. Is there a way? Let's see here. All right, wait another minute here. Let's see if I can get this party started. A little clearer than last time when I try to jump on this. A little clearer. All right. Let's see here. Oh, the Indie Way. It's a series I was working on last year. And now that I finally got some downtime, because things picked up in the past year, I am going to run down my thoughts for real. So the indie way is the indie artist way. I'm an indie artist. I'm grinding, I'm thriving, I'm pushing. And it's really interesting that during this time of Rona, trying to switch things over. But I wanted to talk about the concept of going first. So this is titled Go First, right? So I wrote down a couple of notes. You're gonna see me looking down, but so go first. Go first meaning don't wait on nobody. You know what I'm saying? When called to go up, don't wait on anybody. Jump in, go right in. And I realized that a lot of people are like, in many different areas in my careers, in my just opportunities that aren't even creative, really, just everything. People are scared to go first, and there's a beauty and an awesome vulnerability of going first. You know what I'm saying? So like when you go first, number one, you're not waiting on anybody. You're showing a level of bravery when you go first. You know what I'm saying? Like you're vulnerable, but a beautiful vulnerability. You're not waiting on anyone, and you're setting the bar, right? So like anybody else who comes after you, you done already set a certain bar. And whether or not you were perfect in that bar, you were brave and you were vulnerable and you went first, and most likely kind of like the first thought. You know what I'm saying? Like once people go through a slew of other people, you know what I'm saying? Like the first impression is everything. They tell you first impression is everything. And so what's beautiful about going first is you set the bar. And so I have this story of when I was starting a program at University of Maryland. So I went to University of Maryland and I was a part of the theater program, and you had to audition to get into particular classes. And so I was auditioning to be in I think it was maybe acting 101, something like that. But it was like a master class. So you had to audition to be in this master class. So I auditioned, this was the audition, and they had everybody kind of sitting right in front of the teacher's table or whatever, and everybody's sitting in an Indian, you know what I'm saying, sitting, what is it, Indian squat or whatever. So everybody's sitting, and then they were like, who's going first? And I jumped up. I went first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the level of talent that was in the room. I didn't know, how I was going to be received. I didn't even know what they were looking for. But I decided, I said, yeah, I'll go first. So I went first, and I went first, and I killed my audition. Nervous as hell. But I went and I committed and I killed my audition. And then I remember I got accepted into the class. I got accepted to the class after, but I remember setting the bar. and a whole bunch of the students, kind of being nervous, but they started rolling in after that, right? But like there was a level of respect that I attained because I went first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what they were looking for. I set the bar, I had let it off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I practiced and showed some vulnerability. So yeah, I just want to kind of hone in like to go first. Go first. Being vulnerable in a creative space is the best thing you can do for your growth. Like being first and messing up and being vulnerable and failing and or thriving is the best thing you could do. And it's crazy how many times when I have jumped out there for my goals, or jumped out there for an audition, or jumped out there for an interview, or just that I go first, how many doors open because at the end of the day, I was like, I mean, I might be afraid and everything, but like there's nothing like per se before me to stop me. But once you get other people up there, you got to construct in your mind like, yo, how am I going to kill this audition? How am I going to slay this opportunity? How am I going to be remembered? You know what I'm saying? But go first. You know what I'm saying? Like try to be the first in line, try to be the first to sign up, try to be the first. And I'm not saying have the mentality of first where, like you need to be first as far as like a lower vibration, in your ego. I'm not saying go first to, keep anybody back. I'm talking about when those opportunities present themselves for you, don't be afraid of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because right now, I work part-time during the day. I'm an intern and I'll be on calls and everything. And a lot of the times the operations manager, when he's trying to do a staff meeting, is like, yo, who wants to go first? And so there's this long pause of like 20 grown ass people in a room who were like twiddling their thumbs, like, I'm not going to go first. I'm not going to go first. You know what I'm saying? So I end up being the one who goes first, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times. And it's like, man, go first. There's a lot of respect, bravery, and I understand spaces where you don't go first, like maybe in a meeting where you're trying to, hear everybody's point of view and side. But when an opportunity is presenting itself to, for you to vouch for yourself, for you to present your creativity, go first. You know what I'm saying? Because you could wait and miss that opportunity. Think I ain't gonna go first, and everybody goes before you, and all of a sudden you've missed that opportunity. So you have to like jump right in. You gotta go hard or go home. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go hard or go home. And this thought just came to me because I most recently I got on IG Live with Fat Joe, like not once, not twice, but 3 times. And after that, there's just been kind of this Midas touch on my finger. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm on IG Live, and I hit IG Live and boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm in conversation with people I've been looking up to for years. They've been pioneers for my career. You know what I'm saying? Like I got on with L Cool J last week and I was like, whoa, like just by, I touched my finger. I'm sure that's spiritual alignment. I'm sure that's, all the work I put in, maybe now producing fruit, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy that like, that in a sense there was a level of first to that too, right? Because when I first got on the call with Fat Joe, I was like, hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing? He grooving with me. He feel the vibration. He feel this cool. And then like I just started spitting for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an MC. My name is Dio Ashley Brown. I'm an MC. I started spitting for him, and he was like, oh, I didn't know you was going to do that, right? And it was crazy because like with someone of that magnitude, this and that iconic, that much of a pioneer in hip hop, you could be sitting there twiddling your thumbs trying to figure out what he gonna say next, right? But like I'm trying to show to him, like, look, I need to be right there with you, eye to eye in the studio, creating with you. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. Y'all ain't wasting no time. He could have easily been like, who's this chick? Click it up. But boom, I went first. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I'm going to seize this moment. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to have fun, And that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You can be first. And it's crazy because once you first sometimes and you see a whole lot of people following after you, right? They start taking notes. They started making the same moves. You know what I'm saying? You start being a pioneer, a way maker. You know what I'm saying? Because you went first, you know, and it doesn't have to only be when you're performing an MC. You know what I'm saying? You could be first in fighting for the cause. You know what I'm saying? You could be the first in saying, you know, these people don't have enough to eat here. They don't have enough resources. And you see the blessing that it is when somebody recognizes your plight. You know what I'm saying? Or the plight of many, many people around you because they decided to go first and just go hard in that position. A lot of times people who are in these positions are only in these positions because they made the bravery of going first. Now I'll admit, you know what I'm saying, there are levels to these positions. There's levels to a type of first. You know, there's a few first levels, right? So if you decide, okay, I want to run for president, right? This is probably not the way at all that you want to run for president. I'm just saying this is all assumption right here, right? These opinions are my own, and they are opinions. But like you're an intern. You got to start off being an intern. You're working in like a Department of Justice office. Then you do great work there, right? And then you move to the next level of working as a reporter for the White House. And then, you know, there's levels, right? There's levels to that being first. So I'm not saying that like immediately shoot you on a straight there, but like when you start planting those seeds, those first seeds within you, within the dreams you've planned for yourself, they start slowly bearing fruit. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got practice at going first. Now first ain't nothing to you. I'm telling you, I'm always going in like, you know, and sometimes I have sat back and be like, I'm not necessarily going to try to be first right now. and seen it hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Or almost even felt like it dimmed my light. So I'm like, why I let my light go out a little bit like that? That ain't right. I value who I am. You know what I'm saying? My time is just as valuable as any celebrity, anyone else's. My time is valuable. I'm trying to look at the camera, y'all. I'm not doing the best of this. I'm working on it. But so yeah, I'm realizing that for an indie artist, for anyone who wants to put their passion to work, they need to value it. They need to go hard, and you need to go first. Obey your thirst. Go first. So yeah, I want to come back to giving these videos. Oh man, I got so busy. Like honestly, outside of the circumstances that we're in, which is like this crazy bittersweet. COVID has been good to me. Not COVID, Lord. The lockdown has been good to me in a sense, the quarantine, to be home, to journal, to plan, to like kind of go within, you know what I'm saying? Figure out what's going on with my spirit, with my body, with my mind, you know? And the circumstances suck because it's like, wow, you know, you go outside here and you make the wrong mistake with not protecting yourself, or, you know, whatever they got going on out here. I mean, because there's a bunch of conspiracies too, but like, you know, bittersweet of those two things, you know, but it's also been valuable. I mean, regardless really of what the conspiracy is, regardless of what is really happening with COVID, I think we all need to stop and stay home. Like, I really feel like that's a spiritual sign. Like, this is the time to stay home and figure out what's going on with you, because there's like so much distraction. We're constantly distracted by social media, by everything we need to do for everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And then people get lonely, you know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't visit your family. I'm just saying, like, people get lonely, then they want your attention, they want your time. And then I think a lot of times people don't go within to kind of resonate how much of a blessing it is that we are able to exist and be active in this world and connect with people we love and connect with our purpose and our talent. I think we literally like get up and just go to work sometimes. and don't really see like, why are we trying to be the best of the best, or why are we trying to do this? I know a lot of my purpose is that I want young period. I want black people period, people of color, women. I want people to see their true value, to see themselves, like all the media and stuff that we watch, that we actually see examples of ourselves, that the message of going within and knowing yourself and being empowered and knowing your spiritual power within is attainable, and you can connect with that. And I mean, I had a rough past of growing up and being black and being a woman. And I really want to communicate about how I came out of that to thrive and appreciate who I am. And I want people to see, right? But in order for me to even gain that purpose, I spent a lot of time alone. And it was a blessing. I spent time not being in a relationship a lot of times, just to figure out who I was in it. I spent time, just like trying to hear if I could hear God speaking to me, or the angel speaking to me, or spiritual messages. You know what I'm saying? Just really trying to figure out myself, and some smell themselves to know. So this is the time where we need to go within and find these divine notes and write them down and question them and listen to them and see if there's any more ... information on, what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there was a stopped, I don't know, I had a little glitch there, my bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? With a blueprint to how you should live your life slowed down. I'm sure there were times like where in centuries where people didn't know where to go next. And so the only thing I can really say is go within. There's an old saying about that too. Oh, it's something like I think it's a spiritual message, like peace be still. Or if you don't know what to do, do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Which I think really means like don't literally do nothing, just literally go within, go inside. So my message today, the indie artist's way, is to go first. Hey, be the first to go within. Yeah, that too. Be the first to show up for yourself. Be the first to look in the mirror, and be the first. Go first. And honestly, if you go within and you connect with what your first is, who you are, then ain't nothing really can stop you when you go out here and you're really attempting to be first. You know what I'm saying? Not attempting. When you want to be, you'll be the first. Yeah. It's crazy because I just got finished, this past weekend, watching the Netflix series Self-Made, the story of Madam CJ Walker. And she had a lot of firsts. You know what I'm saying? She was getting spiritual downloads all the time. We're like, okay, I got to do this with my business. I got to do that and do that and do that. It showed her direction. She got signs, and she was the first. Ended up living next to Rockefeller, talking all that. I'm gonna live next to Rockefeller. People laughing at her, and then she ended up living next to Rockefeller and being the first Black woman millionaire. So, yeah, go out there and go be first. So this was dope. I know I was a little bit all over the place. I'm gonna keep trying to be organic, get some practice with this. Gotta be first and do what we gotta do. All right, it's your girl Dior Ashley Brown. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you tap the notification button below. I'm gonna add some things in the description. Please comment. Please give me feedback. I want to get better at this. I'm trying to get some tools and things. I'm working on it. I got a Patreon if you want to support. Starts at $3 on the Patreon. Yeah, so make sure you follow me. YouTube, MIZZDABISBAD. That's Miss Dab is Bad. MIZZDABISBAD. Miss Dab is Bad. Go first, y'all. Go with love. Keep winning. Keep thriving. We're going to make it to the other side of this. Stay home, okay? Stay together at home. Stay the F home. Do whatever you got to do. Stay home and go within, all right? Love and peace. I appreciate you.